How's it going, everyone? Today we're gonna do another video. Yes! And hey, and hello, everyone. Here we go.
Welcome back to The Price is Right.
3, 2, 1, and hello, everyone. Alright. I think we should do something like that. Hey! Come on.
You're not the child catcher.
Alright. How's it going, everyone? Today's another video.
Why do you keep looking at me?
We're gonna work on this intro thing. Because, yeah, it's awkward. Hey, everyone. How's it going? We're doing another video. And this video this is actually a thing that we've been doing for the last 20 minutes. What's going on, everyone?
Hello, everyone.
How's it going? It's another week of videos, and we're making, what are we making today?
We're going to be talking about our 5 top favorite Disney movies today.
Disney movies
of all time.
Of all time.
This is a really hard one for me. We were kind of making a short list because, of course, I didn't want to forget any. So I actually have like a top 11.
And I have about 10.
So I have to go with the first 5 and then just give some honorable mentions.
Yeah, we're gonna do our best 5s. I don't think we're gonna give you our top number 1. I might give you my number 1.
Mine are not gonna be in order.
Not in order. I'm gonna try somewhat in an order. It's kind of hard for me to figure out what I want as the number 1 because these are a lot of my favorite movies, and you know, it's one of those things that you grew up watching. But with Disney, if you're a big Disney fan, you know, it's not just 5. It's, you know, I don't know. But we somehow dropped it to 11 and 10. So.
Yeah.
So we'll see. One thing we can tell you though is that we are pretty much 90s kids. Some
of us more than others.
we were born in the 80s, but we grew up in the 90s, so...
You were born in the 80s. I saw 2 months of the 80s.
She was still born in the 80s, so we grew up in the 90s, so most of the movies that we chose or most of the movies are in our top 10s are in the 90s.
Yes.
At least I know mine is.
Yes.
So...
Okay.
So
let's go with the top 5 first.
Alright, let's go with that. So
okay.
You go first?
Okay, so first on my list, I'm going to talk about Beauty and the Beast. This was actually the first movie that I ever saw in a cinema or in a theatre, and it's just one I grew up watching and loving. My favourite scene of all is, of course, the library scene. That is my all-time dream, just being presented with a library. I love it. I love the music. I love Belle as a princess. I think she's amazing. The end, during the transformation sequence, that piece of music and that piece of the movie, yeah, it makes me cry every time. Even at like the Hollywood Studios show, like I know it's a little dated now,
20 minutes,
but I love that show because I think it's an amazing story.
Silly show.
I love it, and I think it's an amazing story, and it's just, if I was to pick one Disney movie that I had to watch every day for the rest of my life, I think this would be it. I don't ever get bored of it. If you said to me any given day, do you feel like watching the Beauty and the Beast, my answer would be, hell yeah.
Yeah, we've seen it a couple of times.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, I went and bought it on Blu-ray when they did the re-release as well.
And of course, we're looking forward to the live action one.
Yeah, I actually am. I approached it with a little bit of trepidation at first. I was like, I just don't really know how I'm gonna feel about this.
The trailers are, you know,
they've excited
they're
me.
luring us in.
They are.
So
I was cautious. I just didn't want it to change.
Yeah.
You know, I'm like, well, why? Yeah, well, you know, don't fix it if it ain't broke, or if it ain't baroque, as Cogsworth would say.
But we will talk about that more
yeah.
when it comes out.
Yeah, but the trailer gave me goosebumps. I'm all over it. Right, let's do our first one.
So I'm a boy, so you know me.
Really?
I'm gonna have probably boy movies, and my 5. I think I'm probably gonna go down to number 1. we'll see. But number 5 is gonna be DuckTales the movie.
Interesting choice.
Yeah, I love the show. To be honest, you know, when you're a young kid, you always want to go on adventures, and I believe, or I feel that this movie went into this big adventure looking for treasure, you know, and it's like the perfect treasure movie that you can have. And
Like the Goonies or something like
yeah,
that.
I love the Goonies.
Yeah.
So we're going with DuckTales.
I can't hear that word without going woo in my head.
Scrooge McDuck. And yeah, so it's a good thing. It's a movie that, you know, you watch all the shows as a little kid, and then they come out with a movie, and it was one of my favorites. I've seen it a lot, hundreds of times. Not really hundreds of times, but I've seen it a lot. So
Yeah.
that's gonna go with my number 5. Imagine that, DuckTales is number 5 out of a few
Out of
hundred.
all the hundreds of movies, yeah. Okay.
Well, it is. My top 5 is gonna be.
Controversial.
It is. It's not gonna be your average number 5s that, you know, a lot of princesses and other people have.
Just
So
have to be different.
any
don't you?
Disney fan, you know, we're Disney fans for different reasons.
Yes.
That is why I am.
Wow.
So
Okay.
Your
Good
next
choice.
one? Yeah.
Interesting one. I'm gonna go next with The Little Mermaid. This is another one that I grew up with. I think Ariel is probably one of the most relatable of princesses. I love her so much. I love meeting her. She's so much fun. I used to have red hair, and she called me her hair twin once, so that was really fun. I really miss it.
I missed that too. I loved it.
And I just love the story. Prince Eric is probably my favourite of all the princes too.
Oh, cool.
And I love the music in it. Part of Your World is my jam, and I just think it's beautiful. That's it. That's all I have to say. Oh, and of course, it is so infused with Howard Ashman's musical genius. Like, if you actually listen to the lyrics of Under the Sea, I mean, it's just lyrical genius. Do it, listen.
See,
Yeah, it's just fantastic. So, big respect to the music.
we should do a karaoke song. We might do a karaoke one. I don't know. Would you be up for that?
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe a live one.
Sure. What's your next one?
Well done. Well, you got what, 2 princess movies
Yeah.
already. What are your next 3? Actually, my next one is Toy Story. Toy Story 1. The original. A lot of people like the 3rd more than the 1st or 2nd. But the 3rd, you know, completes the trilogy. And there's no trilogy without the beginning, right? And
Funny how that works.
it does.
Oh my goodness.
But that's the thing, though. It's like the first movie is what made it.
True. I actually did watch the first one again recently, and it is a great movie.
It is.
I remember seeing that in the movie theatre when I was like 5, and it's timeless. I think all Pixar movies in that sense are they're perfect for all ages.
Yeah. Well, think about it. It was something different, you know.
Yeah.
If you watch it now, it's not a big deal, but back when it first came out, I remember it as well. It's just like, you know, your jaw was down to the floor because you've never seen anything like it. It's not your regular animation that you're so used to, you know, and
They use these things called computers.
yeah. But it was just like, wow, you know, that mixed with, you know, a good story. It was one of the best movies Disney has ever made.
Buzz or Woody?
Woody.
Yeah, I'm inclined to agree.
Woody guy. Sorry, Buzz. Next up is
My next one is
a
going to
princess.
be...
Which
Yeah,
princess is this one?
The Princess and the Frog.
Oh,
I love this movie so much. I think Tiana is such a good role model for everybody.
she.
Yeah, I watched this movie. Actually, this is really synonymous
She can
at a particular
cook
time in
and
my
sing.
life. And of course, it's a really fun movie, ends really happily. But I've got really, I just feel really connected to this movie, and Tiana's so sassy and cool, and I love Charlotte LaBeouf as well. She's one of my all-time favorite Disney characters, and yeah, I love it. I think it's a great movie. And the music is cool too. It kind of has that kind of jazzy New Orleans vibe to it. Dr. Facilier, I think, is one of the best villain songs of all time. I think he's awesome. So yeah, lots of reasons to love that movie.
I do. I agree a bit on this movie. I actually enjoyed this movie when I first saw it. I was already working in Disney, and I was a chef. I love food and jazz music, of course. And a lot of that movie reminded me of going to culinary school, learning about food, loving your food. And it just, you know, after seeing it a few years after going to culinary school and actually working at different food places. Hey! It reminded me a lot about culinary school and just the things that I went through, the types of food that we were learning to cook, and even the friends that I met that were Southern, and you know what, it brought so much life into that time of my life, and that movie actually brings me back to it. So I enjoy that movie a bit. So.
Good.
Yeah. All right, down to number 3. Number 3 is this is not an animated movie though. This is actually live, and this is The Mighty Ducks.
I love this one too.
Of course. Who cannot like The Mighty Ducks? I'm sorry, but it is one of all 3 of them was great, but the first one, of course, again.
I think I've only seen the first one.
Have you?
Yeah.
I thought we saw the last 2 or 3.
So.
But no, it's a great movie. Enjoyed it so much, and any 90s kid out there has seen this movie. It's just one of those things that you wanted to do after, you know, watching it. Was just go play hockey, and you know, it was just, I don't know what to say, but one of the best movies Disney has made.
Oh, okay.
Sorry to say.
Again, interesting choice.
It is.
Not one that I think many people would go to as the top, but a good one.
Again,
actually.
Boys are different.
I like it too.
Wow.
Yeah. All right. Next on my list is, I don't know. I feel like this is controversial because people are sick of it. Frozen. I love it. I think it's so good. This was actually the first. Well, we saw this movie on our first date, actually.
It was?
I actually saw this in the movies I think I saw it 4 times in the movie theatre. I was a little bit obsessed.
And we watched on your 3rd?
I think it might have been the 3rd, actually.
Yeah.
The 3rd.
Yeah, I think
Your first time, it was my 3rd time.
To be honest, I didn't know much about that movie because we watched it around December.
Yeah, it hadn't long been out.
And it came out about a month.
Yeah.
And it was it was getting popular, but it wasn't like the rave that everyone wanted.
Mass hysteria.
I think that happened in the new year.
Yeah.
When we went and watched it, it was kind of like it was a great movie because it was that different. It was a twist to, you know, if you've seen the movie, there was a bit of the twist in the end.
A twist to the conventional falling in love story. It's all about the love of 2 sisters, and I love that. You know, living away from home, that really touched me when I saw it for the first time. And I feel like it came out at a time that I kind of needed it to. Elsa is like so strong and so amazing. You know, I know a lot of girls will relate more to Anna because she's kind of more of the girl next door kind of type. Like, she's kind of awkward and funny, but I think
sister?
Yeah, I am a big sister, and I also think Elsa is just so cool. Like, excuse the pun. I think she's amazing. She can go through anything. She is the queen of queens. And like, it's just one of those things when she's like walking through the mountains singing Let It Go, you just want to be like, yeah, like you're just like right there with her. Go Elsa.
Well, that's the thing. When I first watched it with you, and I think I was trying to guess what was going on because, you know, at that time, every Disney movie was pretty much, you know, the man saves the princess,
and they live happily ever after.
Exactly, and I think that's what I thought it was gonna happen. But I was questioning it in the end because the relationship wasn't all that huge. But then I was thinking
With Kristoff and Anna.
Yeah, but then I was thinking most of the Disney movies weren't really. Oh, they knew each other. Some of them didn't meet each other until the first kiss.
Yeah, and that's
in a sense, right?
And Frozen actually makes a joke about that as well. Like it's all Anna, Kristoff jokes with Anna about, oh, you were gonna marry a man you've just met. Like it's so ludicrous, and you're like, actually that's really tongue in cheek because that's making fun of every other Disney movie that preceded it, pretty much.
Yeah. So
yeah, apart from maybe Mulan because she's fierce.
Yes.
So yeah, that's my number 4 pick.
That is, so I'm down to number 2 now, right? My number 2 is Basil.
Oh my god.
The Great Mouse Detective. This is not a 90s movie, actually.
No, this came before.
I think this is a 61, I believe, is when it came
Is
out.
it?
Yeah, it's an old movie.
I didn't know it was that old.
Or is it 86? Sorry. 80,
Yeah,
I think it's
maybe
86.
We'll have to look that up.
Yeah, it's 86, I'm pretty sure of it.
I'll look it up.
Well, what's 61? I know I had another movie in 61. Anyway, it's probably in my top 10. It's, The Great Mouse Detective, Basil Baker Street. You know, it's kind of a twist to Sherlock Holmes. You actually get to see a glimpse of Sherlock Holmes in the movie.
Yeah, it was 86, you're right.
Yeah, but it's a great movie, you know. Who doesn't like mystery? And that's what I did. It's kind of like adventure, thinking of like The Rescuers, but a twist to it, or a change to it. So it's kind of like you have, you know, a great mouse detective, and I enjoyed it very much. I think that's one of the movies that I actually watched over and over growing up, more than anything else. And actually, no, that's not true because number 1 is, but it is one of my favorites, and that's why I got it for number 2. We can talk more about it, but you know, yeah.
All right, so on to my pick number 5.
Ooh, 5.
Yeah, pick number 5.
Wow.
I am going to go with Enchanted, which is the first live action pick of my top 5. Enchanted is possibly it could be my favorite movie of all time.
Could be.
I love it. It's just so, I think it's a magical film. The way that it starts off in like traditional kind of animated princess style and then moves into modern day New York. I mean, Amy Adams is incredible at playing the modern day princess. She's great. Patrick Dempsey, I mean, who better to play like a real life prince, I think is amazing. And I just think it's a really sweet movie. I think the music is great, and I love it. It's a really feel-good movie to me. I could watch it anytime.
Yeah, there's a dragon. I like that.
Oh yeah, that one's cool. And I like the little, almost like little Easter eggs that they put in from the other Disney movies. There's so many.
There's a lot.
Like for instance, the Paige O'Hara who plays Belle, she makes an appearance. Judy Kuhn, who is the singing voice of Pocahontas, she's in it too.
The one she was in the television. Who was the one that?
That was Paige O'Hara.
Paige O'Hara.
That plays Belle. Yeah, there's so many different ones.
Right?
Yeah, that's right. She's in like something like Days of Our Lives or something. But yeah, there's loads of different things like that, which is cool to identify as you go through and watch it more and more times. But I mean, even without all of that, it's just a really sweet story.
And then So Close.
What a beautiful song! I love that so
That actually
much.
is one of those songs that make you go teary-eyed,
Yeah.
even for a guy.
So there's that.
I did not say that.
Oh dear.
Great choice and number 1 pick. It's not your number 1 pick,
It's
but
just
it's in the
the
top
last of my top 5.
and that has to be a top 5.
Yeah.
I think my number 1 pick is another 90s movie. Can you guess what it is? You cannot guess what mine. It's a Goofy movie.
Oh, of course.
Of course.
I would have guessed this was your number 1 actually.
It was my number 1. It is my number 1.
Of all time, this is your favorite Disney movie?
I think so, because of all the movies I can recite. I don't think I can now. I used to can recite from the beginning to the end. It's one of those love stories that, you know, as a young kid you like to watch. So, and you know, not only that, they go on, you know, a cool vacation. You go road trip.
It's great music.
Good music. Eye to eye. Eye to eye. Eye to eye. Eye to eye. I think I had.
Yeah,
I think I had a dance.
Yeah, you had that down.
The
Don't pretend like you still don't know it.
Maybe.
Oh gosh.
Anyway, that is my number 1 right there. And any of you guys have similar top 5s with us?
Let us know.
Let us know. You know what? It's good. But here, you know what? What are the other 5 or 6 that you have? Really quickly.
Okay, so really quickly, the others on my top 11, because this was awful to narrow down. I have Mary Poppins, so good. I have Up. I mean, those first 7 minutes. If anyone doesn't cry, I mean, who are you? Toy Story 3. It is my favorite of all the Toy Stories. Sorry.
I love it.
Dumbo. I mean, what other movie in like the 70 minutes or so can have that much emotional impact? It is amazing. And Dumbo is so cute. He's like probably my favorite animal character of all time.
All time? Okay.
Cinderella. It just reminds me of being a kid so much. I probably watched that more than any other movie when I was younger, probably. And Pocahontas.
Oh.
Again, fantastic music. She's really great. I know it doesn't have that much historical accuracy, but I think it's a great movie nonetheless. And that scene in Fantasmic is my favourite. So there's that. And finally, Hunchback of Notre Dame.
Hunchback.
Oh my goodness, what a complex story. I love the characters. Frollo, I think, is one of the most evil villains of all time, and the music. I mean, when they bring that to Broadway, if they ever bring that to Broadway, I will be front row, just longing for that moment that Quasimodo sings out there, and I would just be in floods of tears. So that's my top 11.
Top 11, I have 5, so we're gonna go really quickly. Peter Pan, of course. Well, you can't have Never Never Grown Up without Peter Pan. I'm sorry, Peter Pan is a big part of my life and our life, and it's a big part of my top movies. Didn't make it. It's number 6 on the list, but you know what? It's still a great movie, so you know. And everyone loves Peter Pan, right?
Yeah.
Next to that is Cars, of course. I love Cars.
It's a good one. I really was pleasantly surprised by that movie.
It definitely is. I love Cars Land, and I'm looking forward to the 3rd Cars movie. So
yeah, it looks really dark.
Oh, that trailer was
Queen.
like, oof. And of course, it can't be a cook, chef, anyone without Ratatouille. Ratatouille.
It's a good one, actually.
I love that. That's again around the time of me cooking it up at Disney. That was one of the movies that came out.
Remember that ride in Paris?
Paris ride, Ratatouille. I wish they need to bring that to Disney World.
Good.
Or Disneyland, wherever. Just the concept of that ride is phenomenal.
Yeah, it's a little bit like the Tron and Spider-Man rides in Universal. A little bit.
I've been to the Universal once, and it's kind of like a simulation ride, but it's not.
Yeah.
It's different, and it's not on tracks. That's the thing. It's like it's on its own. You have to
experience it.
If you're not gonna go to France to go to it, watch a YouTube video, you'd be like it was ridiculously awesome.
Yeah.
Sword in the Stone.
Ah.
Or Sword in the Stone. It's one of those things. Exactly. And it's you know, another great story, King Arthur, right? And of course, you know, they even have the sword in Magic Kingdom.
Yeah, have you ever pulled the sword out of the stone?
Not.
No, me either.
Maybe next time we'll try.
We're not the chosen ones.
We're going back in 3 weeks, so we might try. I'm gonna go try it again. Hopefully this time I can get it out. And my last one for number 10 is Nightmare Before Christmas. Who does not like Nightmare Before Christmas?
Yeah, I like it.
What's this? What's this? It's Nightmare Before Christmas. That was corny. No, man, and of course for you fans of the Haunted Mansion, who doesn't love Haunted Mansion with Nightmare during Halloween Christmas time in Disneyland?
I've never done it.
I loved it. I wish they brought it to Magic Kingdom, but they don't.
Yeah,
And
but I like when they have the unique touches to each park. It's like, you just gotta go, gotta experience it.
Exactly. It's one of those things that, it's a must-do in Disneyland at that time of the year, so I say check it out. But it's a great movie, great movie and great ride if you get to do it around that time.
Jack Skellington's also a great character to me.
He is.
He's pretty cool.
I actually have not met him.
Oh, well,
Maybe next time, huh?
one for me.
Oh, you have like 100 on me, but I'll get there. Don't worry.
Let's play trivia again.
But I hope you guys like our top 5, 10-ish,
11.
11.
Top 5 plus 6.
And if if you guys have something similar, or let us know what you guys actually like, put in the comments below, and we'll talk about it. We want to see why, and tell us why you like it.
And we're on a real kick at the moment of watching all the old classics, so give us a reason to watch your favorite movie move on. But in the meantime, like and subscribe to our channel. You can follow us on Twitter at PiratesPixiePan, on Facebook at Never Never Growing Up.
Instagram, Never Growing Up. And,
it's gonna be one.
And of course, just check us out here.
And we post new videos every Sunday.
Every Sunday. Join us.
See you again next week. Bye.
Bye-bye.